Hey, it's Clay on the trail, and I am back at Ruth Lake after the failed camp and fish exhibition last week. I brought Rusty with me. We haven't been out together since Limb Lake. And that was not a failure, but it wasn't very great. Hayden in the background. And Rusty went and dug a hole. It already filled up full of water. But I built an extension for my ice auger, so let's see if it works. I'm not used to it being this tall. I'm gonna have to pull my sled over closer so I can get some traction on it. That's the problem. Drills beating me half to death. You thought I was being silly with the 4-foot extension on that thing, huh?
I don't know if you got enough. Trout still has like 70 inches, 72 inches last time I looked.
Ice?
Snow.
Oh.
Trout Lake.
Yeah.
We went to a meeting with the Forest Service the other day for a fire plan for the summer. And they said the state of Utah expanded their whole snow removal budget, so they're just going to let this naturally open this year. They're not even going to plow it.
Oh, that's going to take forever.
It might be good for what you're doing though.
Well, that's true.
It will cut down the traffic. Are you all the way through?
No. No, I am not. Let's clear a little of the slush off. Oh, and by a little, scoop shovel.
So where the heck did it go? It might be a little faster. After that is for slush removal.
See, that top piece you hit is just slush. Or there'll be a little bit of ice.
I just hit it with the end of that shovel. Had a good solid.
Yeah, and it's probably a ½ inch of ice. And then it goes slush again under it for a couple feet. I think this thing just gets so bogged down with break my wrist with this thing. I'm gonna have to get a hammer drill with a handle on it.
My DeWalt has a side handle for it that'll fit on it, and it does hammer drill. Should have broke.
You know, that almost seemed like the whole thing gave. Is there mud on it? It seems like I'm hitting mud.
Definitely,
Yeah, there's mud on it.
dirt.
Oh, so it might be slush all the way through. Yeah, there's definitely, I'm pulling dirt and stuff out of the, look at the water.
Well, I know, consistency.
Look at all the dirt in it. And it made mud. Oh. Well, at least I know we got through.
That is the weirdest looking mud. I mean, it's
Glacial silt. Went in and eat my teeth up there. Didn't feel no good. Yeah, let's play. Well, I'm not going to say that's a lose. I might be able to clean the hole out enough to see what it looks like, but I'm not sure about that either.
I went fishing in the Wind Rivers and I wore this while I was fishing. And it's awesome because when you reel them in and take the fish out of the hook out of their mouth, they are right there. And I put it on YouTube and I can find it once in a while, but it does not show up with the rest of my stuff and I don't know why. I'm not enough of a YouTuber to understand how all that crap works. I started putting stuff on there just to share it to the guys on the Thursday Night Riders page, basically, is what I share the video.
That's the cleanest I've seen that hole. But there is so much.
And it's still got a lot.
And maybe this thing doesn't see through slush. Well, I can tell you already, I'm not deep enough. If you measure my, oh, maybe we are. I ought to be busted through.
Ice packs. I'm going to start fishing with you in a life jacket.
It really is sand. There's 2 feet of water. That's all we got. But I don't think any of these, this lake's probably only 8 foot deep when it's water. But we were catching fish in 2 feet of water at your beaver dam.
Let's throw something in there and we'll make another hole while we're fishing. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that seems the most logical. I'm not seeing any fish, but...
Clearly it's getting deeper. Further this way we go.
That's what I'm saying, another 20 feet this way.
See, I would guess right out off those trees should be deep because your hillside just keeps coming down, but I could be wrong.
But it doesn't. The lake doesn't do that. All right, for utter ridiculousness, our hole's probably between the slush, and there's different layers of ice with slush in between them. But I did actually punch through. The water's only about 1.9 feet deep according to my fish finder. And it is just some cheapo thing I bought off Amazon, but it works really good. We're going to throw something in here, and it takes about 20 minutes to drill a hole. Or 10 anyway. But it was probably 50-something degrees when I was up here last time. Yeah, when you get a big old load of slush or risky. Well, that's heavy, goodness gracious.
Can't think of anywhere I'd rather be.
This beats of all the things I could have done today. Get it spinning above it and then push into it and it'll punch, because there's like a little inch layer of ice and then it'll be slushed down. And it'll just go till it bogs the motor down.
Getting better.
I'm just at awe at how ridiculous this is. That seems like you hit. Or we're just in a heavy slush layer, because you can tell a certain point where it hits and it's just like the water pops up.
Stays in the auger.
Yeah, from there it should stay.
But, if you let the water drain out, it'll stay. If you don't, it's too wet and just runs out. Has it still got slush coming up in the auger?
Yeah. As far as I can see, it does, yes. Okay, now the bottom isn't anymore. Your slush remover is definitely way better than mine. I'm gonna have to make the $5 investment. I think I probably paid $4 for mine, so. Oh, you're still augering.
Yeah, I wasn't through yet.
There it went. There it went. Yeah, so much slush in here. We're gonna have to have 4-ounce weights to 4-ounce jigs to get our lures to the bottom. Holy crap.
Float any of it up out of there?
I think he brought some to the surface, and it's not full of mud.
That's a good sign. It's way better than
That's way better than our first hole. We might actually get a hole out of this one. I'm bringing 2 or 3 pounds of slush up with me each scoop. Like, it is ridiculously heavy. Okay, that's showing 3.2 feet of water, 3.2 to 3.9 feet of water. I don't know if our thing is all the way down through, but let's put some, throw a mealworm in there and let's see. All right, we finally got the whole, digging a hole thing down. I got my fish finder in there. It's showing I'm in about, what, 6.5 feet of water. That's only 34 degrees. But no fish on it. But the outlet, if you look down at the end, the outlet's kind of opened up a little bit, and that may be the only open place, and maybe where all the fish are. Alright, I'm running my Snow Peak stove and canister. Should have probably brought my winter one up here. It's cold enough, but just making some apple cider. Rusty's running his BioLite. He brought a thing of ramen up. I know I showed this all last week, but minus the blue skies, what a awesome place to be. And success at getting a hole in the ice and getting some lure down in there. I hate being defeated. So I decided to walk over here. Whew. I can smell the wood from Rusty's BioLite. It smells good. So where I camped last time, it's just right there. You can see the pile of firewood I left there, where I attempted to camp anyway. But it looks like quite the trail. My guess is going to be coyote, but it came through here. There are 0 tracks. It's so melted out. That might possibly be like one of the snow bikes that went right through where my hammock was hung and across there. That'd be a lot of coyotes to make a trail that big. So I reckon you could dip a canteen out of there. But that's about all. I don't want to get too close. I'll fall in. The snow is really set up. And even though it doesn't look like much, this ice is probably 2 inches thick still. It's not going to be very long and we can start fishing the outlet. And just in case there's any doubters out there, there's the Ruth Lake sign. It's normally 5 foot high. It's only sticking out about 2.5 feet. Hey, there's the pile of firewood I left when I was up here last week in my fire pit. All my footprints are gone. Stump sticking out of the snow about 8 inches higher than it was. It's funny, I was just thinking, there's some stone flies out. Every now and then you'll see one on the snow. And I was just thinking of all the times I've come up here when it was just mosquitoes so bad you couldn't even stand it. People standing almost shoulder to shoulder to fish around this lake. And I had to ask somebody to come with me, to have somebody to see. All right, so we have packed up. No luck fishing at Ruth Lake. I don't know if it's because the water's too cold. There's no fish in here. We just suck. I'm not really sure what the answer is.
Bring you any luck today?
No, Rusty didn't bring me any luck, but we weather's changing a little bit. It's getting cold, but we may run up. Maybe go check out Hayden. I'd like to see if we could ride to Teal Lake just to see if we could do it. So we're not giving up. We're just moving on. All right, guys, thanks for coming along. The fishing at Ruth Lake, kind of a bust. Not that we couldn't get to them, and that was the goal. I tried. So thanks for coming along. Please give me a thumbs up if you like what you see. Subscribe if you haven't, and feel free to share.